Hello, hello friend, it's Tonton, and I'm decided to push on day 3 for charms and actually for as well for pets, so we're gonna record that now. The situation is I have a lot to do day 4, so that's gonna be okay. Day 3, I'm kind of doing not too bad, but people have been going very crazy, so I've spent 1,600 cans, which is, I've accumulated 3 months of the card that you get at the spender. That's give you 20 a day. And as you can see, I'm very far and people keep climbing, but we will do what we have to do. I'll help the team. We still expect them to do a lot of points the day after and the last day. It seems that they have been saving some pets. It seems that they have been saving some charms and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. But I'll do mine today. I'm just gonna make sure that charms is okay, pets is okay, and we'll do that now. And I'm gonna explain a bit what I'm doing. And one for the time of the kind of, processing the wild marks, I'll just speed up things so you don't have to kind of go through that with me. In terms of charms, my goal is to really, I'm going to go towards 48 for 48. I really want to kind of step up that side of my account. So we're going to go crazy on marksman charm. My lancers are, where they are close enough and that's going to be okay. So I just want to check the points before we do. It's nearly 25 million. We're gonna use some of the chests to get a bit more charms as well, but we're gonna push some. So I'm gonna put everything to level 9 to start with. And the animation is a bit lagging, so it's always a bit confusing. So we're there, so that's pretty good. And then we'll get some to level 10 after as well. So I did not do bear as well. I actually record bear to kind of, show you a bit of damage. So it's gonna be a AVD edited video. So we're gonna go to level 10 on some of these. We'll see how we are. That's pretty good so far. That's a lot of upgrades. I'm happy with that. So we need 105. So we need a few more. So I'm gonna be a bit like not super precise. Let's do 75. But I don't want the video to be too long. I had a long day of work, so I could not really plan. So we're gonna go, as we can. We're gonna adjust that, and that's gonna be good enough. And I'm gonna try to get that one as well. So I'm gonna be a bit more precise here. So we just need that, and that's gonna be one more upgrade on the charms. And we're gonna see how it is looking. I might do a bit more if I see points are not enough. But I'm gonna put all of them level 11 as soon as possible. So they'll go, I'll get heavier on my marksman that I'll get on my infantry for now. And that was 13 million points. So that's really, really good. I'm really happy with that so far. Just a little check how much guide we have left when it comes to charms. We have, so that could be compensated in some ways. Let's do pets. Pets give a lot less points. It's quite clear what I want to do for pets now, so it's quite obvious. I want to do 3 pets. I'm just gonna double check that I got what I need. I'm missing a tiny bit of this. I'm missing a bit of this, so we need to see how it goes. But I want to focus on pets that do damage as well for now. So there is one here. There is one here, and there is one here. Not this one. I'm not going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. So this one is reducing defense. So let's go. Pretty good. I don't have the XP yet, so I'm not going to do more. Then we're going to do the one that's buffing attack or lethality, right? This one is buffing lethality. So 1% lethality. Pretty good. And then on the last one, I cannot do it, so what do I miss? I miss some of these, so let's see if we can exchange some of our chests for that. That's nearly all we have, so that's the last one we can do. See, it's just barely for books. I'm not buying books on pets, right? I'm buying serums and eventually a tad of energizing potions. So I'm just kind of trying to make up of, to balance a bit with spending as little as I can to progress as fast as I can. But if you need to start to buy XP and books, it's a very different story. That we could do. So we went from 38 million to 40. So you see pets are, compared to charms and stuff, it's like giving me very little. Then the next thing for pets will be refinement. So there are 2 things I'm going to do today. If you look at it, I have roughly 2,000 of these and 46,000 of these. So my decision for pets, because there are a few different strategies, that either you go, you do all the stats, or there is a strategy that were from blue, you do stat one by one. So health, lethality on marksman, lethality on lancers and everything like that. And I thought a lot about it, and because I'm at the stage where I'm putting money in these wild marks, I'm gonna do like a hybrid strategy. So I'm gonna put all my pets to purple with these blue wild marks. And then on one pet, I'm gonna spend the advanced wild mark, probably on 2 at the end of the day, and then on all the other one, I'm gonna push them slowly one stat at a time. So I'll focus mostly on infantry health and marksman lethality. So I will go, so again, all the pets to purple, which I don't have any right now. This one, I'm gonna finish it now and I'm gonna record it, and we'll see, but all the other one are here. So I'm gonna go all of these SSR pets, not this one, but all the SSR ones to purple. So that's gonna take me a year, 6 months, I don't know, probably. That's 1,000,000 gems, I don't really have often the gems to buy 1,000,000 gems worth of stone, but that's what I'm gonna do. I think for a medium spender, it makes sense. It's gonna give me a lot more stat than if I start to focus on just one stat at a time from now. Which I could, to be honest, I would not, I would not think that's a bad idea. I know some people have a very different opinion, but for me, I really prefer an hybrid strategy. Some pets, you do to purple and then you use your common your advanced wild marks, at least one, maybe two, especially if you spend money. And for the other one, you just do stats one by one. So we're gonna finish this one. I'm gonna, just record without any voiceover. I'm gonna speed it up for the video, and I'll see you on the other side. So I'm gonna stop here. It's close enough because going from blue to purple is roughly 2,000 stones. So I'll keep the 2,000 stones as like a round number, and I will use that on another patch, right? So right now I'm gonna use the 46 on these ones to get him like deep into purple. So that is gonna be to my replace. We're gonna do auto on these, and we're gonna do auto on all of them. So it's gonna be my pet where like all my advanced wild marks gonna go on it. So that's where we are, looking pretty good, right? And infantry lethality is lagging behind, so I'm okay with that. So the next pet I'm gonna focus on, it does not really matter. I'm gonna do them for sake of like simplicity. I'm gonna doing the first few, from top to bottom. It does not matter. If they are a necessary pet, they give you as much as every other. So let's see where we are after 2,000 stars and wild marks. And we are here. We are not really at the beginning. We're a bit above, so we might be done a bit sooner. So we just passed through the first 100,000. I mean, the first 1,000, not 100,000. And as you can see, we got a bit lucky on answer lethality. We got very unlucky on the infantry health. That's kind of the issue with that blue stone strategy, that you don't control the outcome and you can get the wrong stats. But, at the end of the day, it's gonna kind of catch up when you are in the purple. Purple is a lot harder to get, so the blue is kind of catching up. And worst case scenario, if I really care about that infantry health, when all of the other stats are purple, I can do the strategy where I only target improvement and infantry health. Might take me 50, 100 of these red mark to fix. We might do it today, later, if there is an opportunity. We'll see, but I'll see you after the other 1,000. So that's it. We finished the 2,000 stone, which, is not too bad. That's, not really, what was expected, right? It's not even a quarter of what we need. It's not really there yet, but it was not crazy. So the TL, the summary is when we look at the points, or we got some extra reward, or we got some extra stones. I'll do them, I'll do them extra, but that's gonna do it for today. In terms of points, we are 44 million. So that's day 3. Tomorrow I'm gonna push troops, I'm gonna push essence stones, I'm gonna push mithril, so hopefully we can do something good. And I will see, maybe I'll try to see if I can get like rank 3 for the gems. It's kind of a big buff, so I might do 1 or 2 charms offline later. I'll keep you posted. I'll record tomorrow and I'll put the video, post the video Thursday evening. So you get my day 3 and 4. At that stage, that will be 90-95% of my push. So that will be, it in terms of ranking and rewards. We are 11 right now with 78 million. So, it's not too bad. It's really not too bad, but we'll see how it goes. So just a bit before we do bear to see like the impact on the charm, to see the impact on the pets, I'll do a bit of Labyrinth as well today. So, I push like the charms and the pets, and today is a good day. We have charms and pets. So let's see what's going on. Usually it does not do a lot, to be honest. But today we'll see. So if we can get a few more levels, we'll let it roll, see how far we are. 45, 10, 45 is what has been working the best for me. I'm really curious if you guys have a better ratio, but that's what's working the best. So that's so far 3 levels, so that's pretty good. Sometimes you push, you don't do much. It is what it is. We'll see if I can do more. I might try something else tomorrow in terms of ratio if that does not work. But with a bit of luck, this one might be a thing that we clean. But it's a bit rough. It's a bit rough. So all we spent was for 3 levels. Fair enough. Fair enough. Gaining a bit of leaderboard. Then in the glowing mine, let's do the charm. Same 45, 10, 45. That's usually what worked the best for me. That was like a good, alpha. Yeah, a quarter. That was half of the troop left. So we'll see how it goes. Again, it might not be crazy, but that's gonna be 3. Kind of feel that's all. We will do more. We will do more. If we beat like a boss, we're gonna do more. So that's pretty good. I could get like 5 of the album packs as well already for the charms. So pretty happy about that. I kind of reached the last album part of the charm. I don't need to get anything from it anymore. That's pretty good. That's 5. So charms is doing a bit better, but I'm using a ratio with a lot of lot of marksmen, so it makes sense as well. That when it starts to be a bit worse. So that was what, 7 level? Maybe we do 8 with a bit of luck. But these are really tough. So tomorrow I'll try like 50, 20, 30 or whatever is best on these. But like, so far in the past 45, 10, 45 worked the best for me. And that's all we could do. That's all we could do. We could get 1 of these. That's pretty good. We beat the boss, so we might have, if we manage to beat the boss, we get a bit more as well on the pets. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let's see if we get lucky. We got nothing on the one from the charm, so that's 2 extra. Maybe we got a new. No, we don't get a new design yet. Okay, that's cool. That's it. I'll do a bit of bear record. I'll just show you like kind of a recap of my damage. So the second rally just landed, and I'm curious, and that's pretty good. That's really, really good. I'm really happy to see that. I never did that much without buff, and I don't have buff beyond pets. I took the title because it was available. Because that's Bear Trap 2 and damage is not that high, but that's pretty good to see the buff and to see the extra damage, so I'm really happy. So my next rally just hit, and that's a bit of a disappointment so far. So that's quite low. That's quite low. I'm actually not paying much attention to who is joining and things like that, but that's kind of quite lower. But my new range seems to be like 700 million to 1.2, when the old one was like 600 to 1 billion, right? So like 600 million to 1 billion, that's 650 to 1.2 more or less. So that's giving us already a good idea, with just charms more or less, right? I did a bit more of charms when you guys when I was after the pets. So our test slowly come to a close. We have the last rally walking. We have the whale riding the whale to get to the bear, biting the bear, or throwing missile at it, and there we go, 900 million. So we are kind of in average. I think we got I'll do the last one. I'll record it. We'll see if I put it in the video. But I have a good idea of my kind of new range of damage. That was actually pretty simple to test. And can't wait to see what it's gonna do now. But I reached out the threshold I wanted to do on that, without pushing it on that secondary bear. I could have went higher actually. That was, but you know, it's very little extra. It's 1 essence stone. So that's it. It's conclude what we wanted to, what I wanted to do today. So yeah, clearly the cap, the range is confirmed. So that's a, you know, that's a buff of like 50 million on like the worst rallies. You know, keep seeing that over and over. But tomorrow we're gonna improve a lot of essence stone. So the next bear will be very exciting. A lot of mithril as well, especially on marksman. So this is marking the end of the push of day 3. I'm gonna I decided to make a video just of day 3. That's long enough. Else it's gonna be like a big chunk tomorrow. But that's where we are. So I did a charm to 11. That's 45, you know, million points. Overall, I'm at 80 million, and I'm 11. So we have a lot of work to do tomorrow, and you know that's gonna be a very, very important day to have a chance to get some of these shards, you know, that I really want. It look like, you know, these guys are, nobody is like going ahead so much that it's gonna be an issue. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. That's gonna be an interesting day. I'll post a day 4 video very soon. Let me know in the comments if that's the kind of video you like. I removed a lot more than I thought I would in the editing process, so I'm kind of new to this kind of video as well. That's not really things I've done in the past too much, like editing that much. So again, let me know. It might be more like for, you know, people that really like to watch the channel, more that like, you know, random viewer that come here and there. But again, I'm open to feedback on these kind of videos. Let me know. Cheers. Thank you, everyone. Consider joining the Discord. Consider subscribing, and see you soon.